Good morning. I want to get ready fast before anything else.
Just seeing him come from where he was 5 years ago to today is insane. Say thank you to everyone from Kiss. It's been praying for you and everything. True. Sunset. I love.
Hi, how are you doing? Good morning. Let me not risk the copyright. Okay. But I just want to tell you what's inside my head or what I think about this whole thing and where I am currently or where my stand is or what side I'm on right now. And it's regarding to the whole, election thingy, getting the registration voters card and what's not. So the backstory. Last time I never voted due to is it funny? Okay, I think it's funny saying I wasn't in the mood to vote, but genuinely I was not in the mood. And even if I did, I wouldn't know who to vote for. And I didn't have a clear standpoint when it came to politics. So I've never been into politics. I've never taken my time to learn about politics. Yes, I know one thing or two about the system and how it operates. And given that I'm a journalist, this is another backstory. So when I was in campus, I knew if I wanted to niche down or what I wanted to do specifically as a journalist. If I don't want to do all things in general, what I'd want to niche down to, I knew it was never going to be politics. Even if I was doing reporting, I'd never report on politics. I'd never have a show about politics. I'd never do anything to do with politics. I already knew that. I've never been into politics. Actually, I'm not into politics, but now I have educated myself or I know a thing or two. But back then I didn't have the knowledge. I was just very ignorant. And I had decided, even after getting my ID, I'm never gonna vote. I'll never vote because why am I even voting? I didn't have any understanding. I had no idea. So even my parents were asking, why are you not voting? I'm like, bro, so I can make my own decisions. I don't need to be voting. If I don't want to vote, I won't vote. They're like, no, but you should. No, 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 no. I'm like, no, but I don't have to if I don't want to. They're like, everything is political. Bro, I didn't want to understand about that. I'm a politics or anything back then. That's like 3 years ago, 5 years ago. Hizi ndege nakwambia zina sinya. They're passing every 2 minutes. Now, I want to touch on a few points or one main point that I resonate with that made me make this video. I grew up not. Oh my days. Now I'm realizing, that's such a sad way to grow up. But yeah, I grew up knowing that the person who should be in power, now politically, the person who should be in power should be of my tribe. I'm a Kikuyu. I'm a proud Kikuyu. Gali. But I grew up knowing or being fed the narrative that Kikuyus should always be in power because the first president was a Kikuyu, like literally everywhere. Yes, the other tribes can be in the government, but the lead roles should always be a Kikuyu. That's what I grew up. Imagine that's what I was fed. I cannot blame my parents because if I do blame them, they'll blame their parents, and then their parents will blame their parents. you know, mpaka tufike na huko 1964, you get. I wouldn't blame anyone, and I'm so glad that I've grown up now and I can clearly see both sides of the coin. So being fed that narrative that Kikuyus should always be in power, when I grew up now, nikakuwa mkubwa, and I'm like, it's election time. Do I really want to vote for this person because he's from my tribe, or do I even, I didn't know. Again, back to my point, I never voted because I wasn't in the mood to, and isn't the getting any bro. I didn't vote because I didn't know why I'm voting. Genuinely, I didn't know the why. Why am I even voting for this person? I don't even like this person to begin with. That's now me back then. I don't even like this person, and I don't like this one, and I don't like this one. I don't like this one. If I like this one, it's because he's from my tribe, and that's such a lame way, a lame reason to vote someone in. You know, you'll always, if you vote someone in because they're from your tribe, you will always support their wrongs. I kind of think, yeah, I'm so glad I didn't betray my values, because if I voted, I'd have voted based off of the tribe and I'd be feeling bad right now. Actually, I don't feel bad that I didn't vote last time. I'd feel bad if I don't vote in the coming election, knowing what I know now. My whole idea was I'll never vote because voting is just not my thing. You know how you are 18 and you're grown, you feel like you're on top of the world and you can literally make any decision. Yeah, so I had decided I'll never vote up until 2024. And when the Mandamano happened in that June, that's when my eyes started opening. I was never a political person. I'm not like a political person, but with everything being political, I feel it's necessary to understand a thing or two about the system, which is what, since that 2024 Mandamano, I've been doing. I've been open-minded. And how I grew up versus now, there are two different people. I grew up being fed the narrative of, if my president is not from my tribe, I have failed as a voter, or I have to vote for someone, even if not even the presidential candidate. Leave that alone. Even if I voted last time, trust you me, I would have voted the president as based off of my tribe, the governor or the senators, the women rep. And if there is no candidate from my tribe or in any position, I'd just, guess. See, vote because I know who I want in. I'm voting. I'm looking at those names. I know Kikuyu names here. Now I'll look and then I'll tick because I'm being a supportive whatever. So that's such a I don't know. That's so. Imagine if we did all things based off of tribes. Like you'd never go to a school. Okay, all schools, for example, there are schools for Kikuyus, schools for Lus, schools for Kisis, schools for Swahilis. Imagine if we did everything according to tribes. Oh, that would be so. That would be so. I don't know. Life would be so funny because you'd never get to understand other cultures. You'd never experience what other people. I don't know. We'll just be so stupid. Okay, that part alone. Now, the way I grew up has affected me in terms of leaving the political part alone. It has affected me in my friendships. It has affected me in my dating life. Genuinely, I would never, ever, in a record, I would never, ever date someone who's not from my tribe. Imagine that. Oh my God. Imagine that. Just imagine that. Like, I'd like someone and then with his is off. By the second day, bro, I'm asking your second name because I'm trying to know if I'm sticking around or I'm leaving. Yeah, I'd never ever. Fuck. Oh my days. Looking at it right now, being tribalistic is actually stupid. Like, why? Okay. Anyway, I don't even know who checked me. I think it's one of my friends who's not even a Kikuyu herself. And then she told me, okay, why do you have to have this? Oh, he has to be from a tribe. You are very insistent on the tribe thingy. You are very tribalistic, and I hate it. I'm like, bro, I'm not tribalistic. You can say whatever you want, but I'm not. I'm not. Hey, and then it became this whole ass conversation. And when I went home, like, yeah, she's kind of right. She's kind of right. And it was not even the first encounter. A lot of my friends who were not Kikuyus were getting pissed off of the fact that I'm tribalistic. Like two other friends, yeah. And then it got to a point where, yeah, this is serious now, and I need to start working on it. Yeah, and I worked on it. I wouldn't judge my past self for that, or this version of me that was tribalistic, because that's what I grew up knowing. That's what I was fed as a kid. I wouldn't. It would suck if I knew the effects of being tribalistic and how it affects everything that we do, and then keep on being tribalistic. At least I did something about it. So now when we talk about friendships, I it was the same way, unless on rare occasions did I have friends who are outside of my tribe. Yeah, and then campus really opened me up, and I see things differently now, and I'm so glad that I had friends who are not from my tribe and who made me realize that my take on life, my take as a person, my take as as a Kikuyu was just me being lame and me not being grown to make my own decisions. Remember, that's what I was fed growing up. So this time around, I'm voting with my head, with my mind, with my brain. I'm educating myself on the political scene and the values and whatnot. And I'm so glad that I'm gonna get my voters card today without being forced. Like genuinely, nitakuwa card without being forced. Last time, if I did, I would have been forced. Or I would have done it because other people are doing it, not because I want to, not because I know why. Yeah. So right now, I want to get ready. Oh yeah, I wanted to conclude and say, if in case you're watching this video and you're still stuck in the tribal mindset, first of all, I do get you. I do get you 100%, and it's very difficult getting out of that mentality and that mindset. What you do need is try, first of all, identify if that's the right way of living or not. Second of all, and how you do that is by looking around you and noticing, by looking at the current government, the past government, looking at everything, not even politically, everything. And then even your friends, mostly, friends really do impact how we see life. Genuinely, look at your friends. Are they from your tribe? If they're not from your tribe and they're good people, now you start seeing, oh yeah, it was never about the tribe. It was just something we were just told because we I don't want to say illiterate, but because the past generations didn't understand. This was a new concept to them. Even voting, even democracy was a new thing to them. So they just took it as it came. But now, since we are educated and we've gone to school, we know these things, we need to start deciding for ourselves. I feel like we are so lucky as a generation because we get to decide what we want to do with our lives. Our parents don't dictate our lives like Kitambo. Yeah. So whenever I ask for example, my mom, she tells me there was no chance to decide the career you want. There was no chance to decide if you want to go to school or not back then. Whatever your parents wanted for you, that's what you do. It's the same thing they did to us. They taught us what they were taught. So don't blame your parents for one. Try and see things differently. Try and get out of the comfort mentality, ama what you're used to, and then see if you like it on the other end. Yeah. And if you like it on the other end, of which I'm pretty sure you will, which is not being tribalistic, you'll never look back, and try educating your parents, your neighbors, people who are around you. Yeah. Finally, if you don't have your voters card yet, what are you doing? Unaturudisha nyuma. Please get your voters card. I'm going to get mine right now. I want you to come with me, and after, yeah, we'll see how things go. Yeah. I'm so glad I had this conversation. Yeah. Yeah, and spread the word. Naked radio and spread the word out there for people to get their voters card. This time around, we are voting, and we are not just voting. We are voting right. We are voting with here, not here. I'm walking to the location. It's gonna take me probably 30 minutes or 25 if I'm quick.
But kama ushai vote umeregister na ushai vote, voting.
I can show you the details. Niko kadi right now. Mbona wanaharakisha? Why do you think I'm chasing you? Please slow down. You are slow before you saw me. I want to record yours and not from behind. Yeah, they're over here. So right now Niko kadi, I've already done the whole thing. It took me roughly 30 minutes. Uko ndani, bro? No, I didn't mean unifuate like that. They look friendly, but I have to look at the other side kwa sababu wanaweza nishambulia anytime. I think that's it for this video. Let me get home, edit this video. I'm posting it today. In the next 3 hours, this video will be live. I had that goal. I wanted to post on Wednesday, but then I didn't do that on Wednesday. Nikasema, you know what? Weekend hainipati without this video up. You know? Yeah. So let me go edit it and upload. Plus, it's a simple one. Haitani take too much time editing. Mwah.